I'm Lola.
And I'm Mamuna. Together, we have a combined 35 years of experience within the tech scene in North America and Europe.
We talk about the highs, the lows, the WTFs of navigating the technology industry and answer your questions about navigating tech careers.
This is Lost in Tech.
I love playing this role with you, by the way, because I am obviously biased because I'm infinitely fascinated by my BFF, but I think it's an opportunity for everyone else to get to know you a bit. So,
Okay.
This is part 2 of a conversation we started a little while ago, but I believe the world now knows that you have transitioned from your previous role.
Yes, I have.
Tell us where you're at with that now.
Yeah, so I am a few months out
Yeah.
of my previous role, and I would say it was a bit of a ride, like a roller coaster ride coming out. Yeah, because I feel like when you're in the company, you're in the work, the day-to-day, like that's your life. Like everything is just wrapped up in that. And then coming out that, you just kind of like spit out.
Yeah.
And like I made the conscious decision to come out, but still I think until you're out on the other side, you don't.
Yeah, it takes a minute.
It takes a second.
Yeah.
And so as I've digested, okay, like I've come out on the other side, I purposely didn't want to start like another job.
Yeah.
I have like a second to myself. I'm like, oh.
You took the pause.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, here I am.
Yeah.
What does this look like? And so for the past couple of weeks, a part of me has been doing that. But anyone who knows any Nigerian in their life, it is hard to stay still.
There's the voice. And I don't even know if your parents ever actually had this voice, but there's the voice that's like, look at your mates. What are you doing? What are you doing with your time?
What are you doing with your time? What are you doing with your time? So that's very real. And so prior to my departing, one thing I have always wanted to do as I have worked for many companies and as I've built all these skills is like do something for myself.
Yes.
And not so much in like selfishly do something for myself, but like give back to self.
Yeah.
And my coach, interestingly, she's the one that was like, you should take this step. My coach was like, you make a lot of decisions for other people, but you don't make ones that are for you. And I'm like, oh, well, what does Mamuna want to do? And Mamuna is bold.
Yeah.
And Mamuna likes to take a little bit of risk, apparently. And so she was like, I want to build something.
Oh.
Right? And that like made me nervous. I'm like, who said that? Me? Who said that? And it just got louder and louder the more I took that, our coach, like the more, like after that conversation, it just got louder and louder, and that want to build something. And I was having a conversation in the company with someone, and they were like, what do you want to do? And I'm like, I want to build something. I'm like, oh my gosh.
It comes out.
I was like, I said that out loud.
It comes out because it's time.
Yeah. And they were like, yeah.
Yeah.
You could do that.
Yeah.
I was like, I know.
Yeah.
And coming out on this other side, I'm like, oh, like I can build something now.
But I do want to call out, it's not the first time. It's more that you're taking the decision that this is the only thing you're doing this time.
Yes. So I do have a company.
Yeah.
It exists. It's healthy. It runs well. My co-founder, Mac, runs it.
Yeah.
God bless him. And, that's been a very rewarding experience.
Yeah.
I think in the world that I find myself in now, it's like, okay, AI has come to play. I can actually build technology without having to like rely fully on other people.
So it's not as capital intensive, like having to hire up masses of people.
Exactly. And so, over the past couple of months, I've felt this urge to dive deeper into it, but I didn't have the time.
Yeah.
And now I have space and opportunity. And when I say that I have dove fully in, I have dove fully in, girl. I have built quite a bit. And so, one thing that's important to me, for anyone who knows me, like health is a critical component to just how I think and operate. You'll find me doing acupuncture and like changing my diet, not for like weight loss, but like nutritional absorption.
And reading
like,
up on the BPA content of plastic bottles and containers and creams. And
all the things. I make my own creams at home for the kiddos, like all the things, right? That's part of who I am.
Yeah.
And so, you know, I think that there are things everyone has, like just health-wise, that they have to navigate and work through, me notwithstanding, right? And part of what I want to do is understand how you can leverage technology to understand patterns and health and tie that to your day-to-day, right? So if you are like, how does your sleep, how does your diet, how does your stress, location, age, race, everything, how do all these factors play a role in your health?
Okay. So are you comfortable sharing exactly what you're building? Because I think it's a growth space. We all, I mean, I'm here with my Aura ring. There's a lot of us who are pro like this space. What is the exact, like, what is the product that you're bringing to us?
Yeah. So it is a sort of like I would distill it down to like from the consumer side, you'd see like a health companion that is taking in a ton of this data from you. Your health, it's like your sleep, your food, all the things. It's prompting you on a daily basis. It's interacting with you. It's collecting information to help guide you in your journey.
Okay.
And it is going to tell you, hey, you have a condition. No, sorry. It is not going to diagnose you.
Not diagnose it. Okay. You're going to tell it.
Yeah, you're going to tell it you have a condition, right? So let's say that you had RA, rheumatoid arthritis, for example. And on a daily basis, you are maybe taking a medication, maybe not. Maybe you have joint challenges. Maybe you have sleep issues, maybe whatever. You may not know that this is tied to your condition. You just may be noticing these things. Gathering this information and then running it through the system against people like you. So based on what you've given it, it can say, hey, you know, 60% of people like you also wake up in the morning and have joint discomfort after they've had a spicy dinner. Okay. You know, maybe you should talk to a nutritionist. Maybe you should talk to a nutrition about it. Right? Okay. And so it's helping you connect the dots faster, right? I think a lot of times when you have a condition, you have to go through a lot of trial and error. And that trial and error can be very painful. It can be a very long process. It can be time consuming, costly, whatever it may be, right? And a lot of times you get to the end, you're like, oh, I just wish someone would tell me the answer. Every day. Does it work or not? You know, like, does this data represent me? Who's in that study that you wrote, you know? And so if you can tell people like, hey, we see you. And we want to empower you by giving you data and connecting your dots a bit better. I think also one of the things I am excited about in it is the ability to prepare people for conversations with their doctors, for example. So I think it's something like 95 to 90% of symptoms happen outside of the doctor's office. The doctor may not ever see it or know about it, right?
Or not ask the right question even to
bring it out. And so in this world, imagine you are interacting with this buddy and you are telling it, you know, oh my gosh, I woke up with nausea, or I had this treatment the other day and I had this reaction, whatever it is going to summarize for you the last month, quarter, whatever it's been since you last seen the doctor. And it's going to say like, hey, 6 out of the last 12 days, you've mentioned this issue. When you have this issue, you tend to have a flare, or you tend to have this outcome. Let's talk to the doctor about that. Let's ask these specific questions. You could come out of the doctor's office and you say, the doctor told me blah, 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 whatever. Oh, here's an interesting follow-up that you should ask. Or here's what this means if you don't understand what that means, you know? And I think a lot of folks who have to navigate the healthcare space need a friend. Like they need someone to help them, you know?
I feel like I needed this product yesterday, but I also think about family members with chronic conditions and, you know, you have lots of appointments with lots of different specialists and there's a lot of information that needs to be retained. And sometimes you don't have the capacity to retain that information and you don't know how to prepare for every conversation. I think what you're building sounds like something that I mean, is it for women? Because I'm sitting here thinking
It's not just for women.
Okay, but women will,
Yes, benefit.
I think, benefit because we underreport everything all over the place. Right?
Exactly.
Okay, so what? I have a lot of questions.
Tell me.
Just to kind of, as a headline, when would people be able to try out the first version of this, and like when would you put it out?
Yeah, when would I put it out? So this is like the product person. Every day I'm like, don't be too perfect. It's okay for the Sasha to be out there.
Good is the enemy of perfect. Yes.
Yeah. So I'm hoping that in the next couple of weeks, my goal is to have like a beta group.
Okay.
My beta group is in there. Like I right now am the one building out everything, and it's been such a interesting experience. Last night I was like banging my head over a bug that I couldn't get past.
Okay.
But it's been a great experience, and I'm hoping that, I can get it in the hands of individuals in the next couple of weeks.
Okay.
Start collecting some feedback to then iterate on top of. But I do think that I'm going to draw a boundary for myself and bring in like people who actually like.
Yeah, I'm imagining there's a limit to how much you can do yourself.
Yes.
But let's talk about that. Because actually it has been so fascinating for me to watch, and I think everyone else would be super interested. So you decide you're going to build a product. You decide it's going to be something that uses AI and is grounded in it. And then you decide you're going to use AI to do like 10 roles by yourself.
Yeah.
Help us understand this, Mamuna, because is AI there that you have been able to confidently do this? Like, I know we say vibe coding, but have you been able to trust the outputs for something that you care this much about and that you want to put out in the world?
So there's definitely some give and take there.
Okay.
I will tell you that I pit AI against itself.
Okay.
And so I leverage Cursor.
Okay.
But I also use Claude and GPT, right? Okay. And so I do most of my writing in GPT, and I do most of my technical work in Claude. And a lot of times, like I'll ideate on something, I will dive deeper into an idea or concept with GPT, and I will, like, I have my requirements and whatever, like my vision, my direction, stuff like that. And then I'll translate that into Claude. I'm like, okay, like where does this fall short? What's the technical implementation? Help me think through the diagramming, whatever. And then I will break that down into tasks and give it to Cursor.
Okay.
And then I'll ask Cursor to kind of pick it apart, whatever. And then I will have Cursor ask me questions back. And then I will answer what I can. But if it's like a deep technical architectural thing, then I will say, okay, hey, Claude, Cursor's asking me this question.
Fascinating.
What do we think? Okay. And then I will pick at Claude to say, like, I actually don't know if that makes sense. Like, dumb it down for me.
Wow.
And so it'll explain to me, I'm like, I don't agree with this. And it's like, okay. And we'll go back and forth. And I'm like, this is not what is being built. This is what's being built. Okay, based on that answer, then it should be this technology. Okay, great. And then I'll give it to Cursor. And then Cursor's like, okay, this makes sense. We need to change this implementation. And so it's like me talking between the different models.
That is so smart, though.
Yeah. So that's how I've gotten, how far I've gotten.
I mean, obviously there's like getting that far because it allows you to do stuff that you wouldn't necessarily like write code from scratch yourself. But how confident does it make you feel as a founder that you believe that you can rely on them to that extent?
To build, I'm confident.
Okay.
There are definitely, I think that there are inefficiencies I've created that someone else is eventually going to have to help clean up.
Okay.
But I think for at least getting through to prototype, get actual prototype that are in the hands of individuals, I feel confident in that.
Okay.
Like I've built out data. Like I've built out databases. I've done massive data migrations. I have a salary task that runs in the evenings. I have scraped some things. I'm not going to say what they are.
It's not like the models are not used to scraping. Let's be real. So
yeah. Like I've done a lot more than I as an individual would have been able to do.
Yeah.
And I count that towards access to technology.
How many, so what's been your work practice with this? Like, how many hours are you devoting to this on a daily basis?
Yeah.
Are you on a 996?
Almost. No.
Okay. You're undoing everything you just said.
No. But, with where I am right now, like I found, so I'll be honest, when I came out of work, it took me a bit of time to get into the space I'm in today because I had to figure out, like, what does this new phase look like?
Yeah.
Unstructured time. How do you structure unstructured time? And I found myself initially trying to be too exact about my time.
Yeah.
And I realized that I kind of be a bit more fluid throughout my day, just with things. So some days I'll start with our newsletter.
Okay.
Some days I'll start with reading.
Yeah.
Other days I want to go to the gym.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
And I ebb and flow the day. But I tend right now to end the day on my computer.
With the products.
Yeah. Because I get like a good spurt of like focus time.
And have you in your mind set a budget for how much you're going to spend building this? Are you looking for investors? Do you want to raise against it? Like what's going to be your plan for the money?
Yeah.
As you go towards hiring people and then launching?
Yeah. So I have a co-founder.
Okay.
And she is probably more adept in the fundraising space. She has a full-time job, so I won't say her name.
Okay.
Yeah.
Side hustles
Protect
for the
others.
win.
Yes,
Yay.
protect others. But, this is like a side hustle for her. And she is very much more adept in the fundraising space.
Okay.
But my thought is get users first, prove there's a there.
Yeah.
And then against that, be able to tell the story as to why we are fundraising, why that makes sense. I am curious. I have like a very great network of individuals. So I'm very curious to get some feedback early. So like, I think people like, I've been having conversations and people are like, oh, this is great. Like, what do you want to do with it? I'm like, oh, just kind of tinkering for now, but just kind of want to gauge interest in whatever. But I also am very mindful also of the world we're in today. The world is very saturated with AI products. And so that's why I want to make sure that get users on board first.
Yeah.
And then make sure that it's worth, even in my mind as a product person, like validate there's a true value there.
And when you're talking about that validation, that includes like the business model, or are you still looking at like, can I acquire users and then the business models will emerge?
I think acquire users and the business model will emerge.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a challenging time to have that perspective.
I know. I have ideas.
Okay.
And I want to validate those ideas.
Okay.
But I have strong ideas.
Okay. So it's not like there's no business model. It's
no.
more that
There's
like,
a business model.
There's a business model. You're just kind of playing with like, okay, can we deliver the value and then the business model can be layered in?
Yeah. Yes. That's where I am today.
Okay.
Every day's a new day.
Who do you think is going to be your first hire? So you've been able to go this far, you and your co-founder, but like at some point you need a body.
Yeah.
What's that role going to be?
Through my, like, of course, lovely network of individuals.
Absolutely.
I met a back-end data engineer.
Okay.
And so I think that might be like the first sort of foray in.
A technical hire to go beyond where your gaps are.
Clean up some things. I think it is important to know thyself.
Yeah.
And I think it'll also allow me more time to think about like the business model and other things that need time and attention.
Well, I think we're on this journey now.
Yes.
So
I'm excited.
I don't know if we're going to call it building out in the open officially, but every now and then we're going to come back and interview you again and see where the product is at. And I hope at some point there'll be a link and be like,
yes, check it out.
Like, subscribe and use this new product from Mamuna.
I think when I create more space for myself, the thing I want to think about next is like the not social presence, but like the actual presence of the product to then start to get engagement from individuals who could be future users. I do need to do that before it's launched. But I don't have the capacity just yet, which is why I think the hire helps.
I say this a lot with some of the people that I work with, but there's like one of the most uncomfortable truths of founding is whether you like it or not, you're a full-time salesperson.
I know. Oh my God.
So you got to love the marketing, you got to love the socials, you got to love the storytelling, because your job every day is to get users, and it doesn't matter how good you did today, tomorrow you need more. Doesn't matter how well this year was, next year you need more. So like you're a full-time salesperson and a product builder.
Yeah. It's going to be a new space for me to come into.
Well, I am excited.
Thank you.
Thank you very much to our audience. We will share links and demos and more stuff when the time is right. But congrats on the journey.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
We've made this show for you, and we want to hear your stories. We have our combined 35 years experience in tech. We have an incredible bank of experts to call on. We are your safe space. So send us your tech challenges and we'll help you create some draft decisions through some real talk.
You've been listening to me, Mamuna Oladipo.
And me, Oyelayo-Pearson.
Edited and produced by me, Michael Bussa, with theme music by 031 MASH.
Email us at help@lostintechpodcast.com or DM us at lostintechpod.